โยมที่ออกไปก็ค่อยๆออกไปนะพูดกันเบาๆนะพูดกันเบาๆเตรียมตัวหันหน้ามาทางนี้ผู้ที่ตั้งใจก็ตั้งใจฟังคุกเข่าขึ้นคุกเข่าขึ้นคุกเข่าขึ้นเตรียมตัวกราบก็นิมนต์ท่านอาจารย์ครับ
ก็มีโอกาสก็
ไม่มีที่ก็เอามาข้างหลังเลยก็ได้ครับตัดไม่ได้ใช้แล้วเอามาข้างหลังเลยก็ได้นะครับถ้ามันไม่พวกเราก็ยุติไว้ก่อนก็ได้นะฟังท่านแสดงธรรมดีกว่าเรื่องนั้นก็เวลาท่านจบค่อยว่ากันนะเป็นการเคารพธรรม
นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะพุทธังธัมมังสังฆังนะมัสสามิก็อาตมาก็ต้องพูดภาษาอังกฤษเพราะว่าก็พูดภาษาโปรตุเกสก็ไม่ได้และพูดภาษาไทยก็ไม่ได้อาตมาก็อยู่ประจำที่โปรตุเกสแต่ว่าพูดภาษาไทยก็ไม่ค่อยคล่องเท่าที่ควรเทศนาแต่ว่าจะพูดสั้นๆเป็นภาษาอังกฤษก็ไม่ได้พูดนาน I won't be speaking in Portuguese because I don't think there are very many people here who understand. So I'll try speaking for a short time in English for a few people who do understand and give the chance for the Thai people and the Isan people to take a break, do what needs to be done to get comfortable for the next talk, which should be in Thai. So I won't feel at all bad. ถ้าหากว่าก็ต้องมีกิจส่วนตัวก็เที่ยวนี้ก็ทำได้เพราะว่าก็อาตมาก็จะเทศเป็นภาษาอังกฤษ This is the first time that I've actually offered any Dhamma here at Wat Nombapong. And it's a great privilege. These places are established and supported so that beings may suffer less. The Buddha Sasana, the Dhamma Vinaya, is established so that beings may suffer less now and in the future. And they support the aspiration for all of us to be free from all ignorance and all unnecessary stress and dukkha. In this, they generate generosity, they generate dana, they generate and support sila. People are on their best behavior when they come here. I hope. It was said at the funeral in '93 that although there were 500,000 people passing through, there were no incidents of violence or theft. I don't know whether people, I hope, behave themselves well here. And the whole place is established for people to be free from ignorance, people to understand life, understand how to make life a blessing rather than a curse, something that is of benefit for all beings. So in this way, these places generate generosity, they generate virtue and polite and good behavior by body and speech, and they generate wisdom by the encouragement to reflect what is this life about, how to use things, to see where they come from, how they began, how they got to where they are, their origin. And a place like this and a gathering like this has its origin, has an origin, most immediately from the wish to come to celebrate and to honor Lumpur Cha. And before that, of course, through the whole sense of establishing the fact that it does come together like this is due to the way that Lumpur Cha's last 10 years of sickness and paralysis meant that all the community of bhikkhus and the lay people had to work together, had to find a way to be in harmony. Often when a great teacher dies, the disciples just go their own way very quickly. With a teacher like Lumpur Cha, who for 10 years was not speaking, the disciples had to work and learn how to be together very intimately. And that set the tone for that community to continue. In this way, this group of monasteries is different from many, and that also goes back to the way that Lumpur Cha taught, which was to do things together, to meet together, to come together for morning and evening chanting, to come together for whatever work needed to be done, to do it together. And regardless of personalities or what one thought about people personally, one had to learn how to work together. And this has allowed this to continue. As an example for all society, I do feel that a community living in harmony is an example. However long or short that community is working and living in harmony together, it is something that can be noticed and aspired to. Longer term, I feel it's what the planet will benefit from. But for all of us now here to recognize that all the support that has happened since the time of the Lord Buddha has been to help and support, and with the wish that all of us be free from ignorance. So that's the origin, and the properties of it are the way that we agree that there's a certain standard here, that at least the 5 precepts are kept, and mostly the 8 precepts are kept, and the 5 precepts are necessary, as you know, for human society. That's how it works. These desanas, talks all night, is again something that Lumpur Cha established, the sitting up all night on the one prat, and the talks all night on festival days. Something to develop endurance. And endurance and patience are what are necessary to notice what's happening, to give enough time, to give enough attention, so that the various moods and thoughts and feelings of pain in the body or frustration in the mind can be endured, begin and end. And that gives a sense of, I don't have to follow this. I can live through this. I can endure through this. And patience, endurance is the best way to transform the selfish tendencies of the heart and the self-pity or the self-concern, the self-conceit. And sitting through something like this, sitting through the Thai talks, if you don't understand, and noticing how the Thai and the Isan people can sit quietly through the talks that they don't understand, is a great lesson in patient endurance. The danger of this is that it just becomes numb, or it just becomes a ritual, and we switch off rather than awaken. And that's a danger. So to know where things come from, to know what they are, to know the benefit one can get from it, to know the danger, and then to work out how to relate so that the benefit is gained and the danger is avoided. This is a way to relate to everything that one comes across, to consider wisely, where did it come from? What are its properties? What's the attraction or the benefit that I can get from it? What's the danger? And how do I relate to it so I get the benefit and don't get caught in the danger? From simple things like a knife, which has an origin, a knife is something that one uses. It has certain properties, and it has certain dangers, and then how do I relate to it so I get the benefit and don't get caught in the danger? And thinking of this as is wondering about things like memory, and I wonder, have I given this talk before? And how have I given it here before, or something like that? Because my memory is not extraordinarily good. But even if I have given it before, and given it here before, recognizing that repetition is something that's necessary for life. How many times have you eaten rice? Every day we eat rice. It's repetition, but it's still useful. We breathe. It's a repetition. Hearing a Dharma talk, hearing the same sort of Dharma talk again and again, it's a repetition, but it's still useful. So considering something like a knife, to go back to origin, where you get your knife from, the properties, how sharp it is, how to use a knife so that you chop the vegetables well and not cut your fingers and not use it for stabbing people. And then, so you don't get caught in the danger of a knife and you get the benefit, you escape. And other things like even relationships, your jobs, your relationship with your family, the origin of it, the properties of it, what sort of attraction you have to it, what happens that, what benefit can you get from it, what is the danger of it, and how to relate to it so you gain the benefit and don't get caught in the danger. This is something that I found useful. It's come from something that one can reflect on in your meditation. So when a mood or a emotion comes up in the mind, or a particular hindrance comes up in the mind, if you can consider, well, where did it come from? Where did this feeling of anger come from? How does it feel in the bodies? What are its properties? What does it do here and now? Feeling of anger, you think, well, the attraction of it is that one notices something's wrong, and there's a feeling of righteousness about getting angry about something, of being injured or being in some way feeling that things are wrong, so one gets angry. The danger, of course, of anger is that it blinds you. So how do you get the benefit from anger and don't get caught in the danger? Well, certainly don't act upon it. Certainly don't act upon it in terms of speech or action. But notice that if you notice something's wrong, there's nothing wrong with noticing something's wrong. Because that's actually probably you might be right. To transform the anger so that you don't get caught in the sickness that anger causes. Delight in something. I really like that. Where does that come from? Noticing some goodness in something. And the benefit of that, or the attraction of that, is if it works well, it inspires you to try to emulate it or to rise up to it. The danger of it is that you just get excited by seeing something beautiful or something successful. Or you get caught if you notice something that's beautiful and good by feeling envious or jealous. That's the danger. And then how do you relate to it so you gain the benefit and don't get caught in the danger? So that you don't get caught in jealousy, but see how you can aspire to realize something beautiful. And these talks again, so the origin, why do we talk in languages why do we have talks in English? Well, there's the origin is that there are some people who understand English. Luang Por Liam says that translations are not necessary. So we have the talks in English so that those who don't understand English can understand what it's like when those who don't understand Thai or Isan sit through it. So that's the origin. The properties of it are like this. Some people understand, some people don't understand. The benefit is that there's a certain variety and a chance to change the rhythm of the night. The danger is that it just becomes too much of overtaken by people not understanding anything. And then how to relate to it so you gain the benefit and don't get caught in the danger. Well, I hope that this does give a change of rhythm and it doesn't get too arduous for everybody, and it gives a chance for the pace to change, because it's helpful for change of flavor as we taste our relationship to the Dhamma. So I'm now an hour later than I should have started. So I think I'll give time to others and to more Thai talk or Isan talk. Thank you for your kind attention. I hope that it wasn't too...
สาธุ เตรียมตัวหัวเข่ากราบพระอาจารย์วชิโร กราบ ก็บรรยากาศก็เป็นอย่างนี้แหละก็คือถ้า เราเป็นคนไทยฟังภาษาอังกฤษเราก็ฟังไม่รู้เรื่องแต่ว่าเวลาปฏิบัติธรรมไม่มีปัญหาอะไรนะเราตั้งสติฟังไปเรื่อยๆอย่างนี้แหละนะ